Hey guys, good morning everyone. It's 12:50 in the morning. It's already July 2nd, but this second part of our daily stock market insights is technically for our July 1st stock market performance. And I just want to make sure that I'm able to grant your requests, guys, so that we are all prepared for this morning's um, market performance. Okay, so I already recorded the first part today. Hold on. All right, there you have it. This is the first part of our recording, and I can put the link to the video on the or in the description box. So if any of these stocks are part of your portfolio, then you can also take a look at our insights. Okay, and now this is part two. I have to prioritize HLCM because I made a mistake here and I encoded check twice and missed the discussion on HLCM. And thanks, Geraldo, for calling it out. Okay, so this is part two, guys. Okay, HLCM to start. Oh, let me see. Okay, let's just launch our chart here. I said this is our chart. And let us see. Okay, so just a disclaimer, everyone. We're doing this every day. And if you also would like to be updated of our videos on a daily basis, because we technically do technical analysis. That's redundant. So we do technical analysis every single day. So if you want your stock to also be reviewed, you can subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you're always updated. And if you want to make a request, just drop a comment and let me know the stock you'd like me to review, because I read all the comments and I prioritize your request in my daily insights, right? So, like what the rest did today. So, that's why we have part two. So, let's talk about HLCM. Okay, HLCM looks like, oh, we have reached a new bottom for HLCM here. Okay, so while the price was moving downwards here, um, we are already starting to show a bullish divergence in our RSI. As you can see here, we are now moving up. So this means that we are about to face a change in direction. And I feel that we are already showing that in the past 2 days. So yesterday was a confirmation of a support in this area, and today we managed to push the price higher by 1.86%. Therefore, I feel bullish that there will be some more movements going up in tomorrow's performance and in the coming days. One thing to watch out for is the nearest resistance would be your MA20 level around 7.18. Okay, but if you're just going to do range trading, that should already be approximately 8 to 9% improvement in the price there. Okay, but I'm still plotting the support here just in any case. Some people will be taking profit uh, and do scalping, so it might fluctuate and you can take advantage of a discount from where it is at right now. Otherwise, if you feel like entering right away, that is totally fine too, because this is still a healthy level. You know the potential of this stock. See that it has declined significantly, and so risk to reward ratio wise, there's really more uh, reward than the risk at the moment. You have reached a new bottom here. It's like a reset of the price, as you can see here. All right, that's HLCM. Next is URC. URC also started to move higher. Let me use this trend line following the uptrend mark here. So you can use that or use this as your support level. So currently it's already moving higher. However, there's this MA20 line that could also act as your short-term resistance. However, if we are able to cross that line, then that would mean we might have some more bullish actions, uh, possibly reaching the next resistance at 144 level. Okay, so that's the condition. If it goes higher than MA20 line, in our Bollinger Band right now, this middle line here is your MA20, and that's the condition. If it moves higher than that, then it could potentially reach the next resistance right here. If we have some rejection that's happening, it might go back to this trend line. It might create an ascending support level. So if it respects this area, drops at this level, and then bounce at that area, then it is still in an uptrend. But if it breaks that, then that's a different story. You might now have a change in direction, this time around a more bearish sentiment in the market. Okay. Oh, our volume reached. This is our volume. It moved. Okay, let me just. The volume went up here. Never mind. So I just know that the volume is here. How do I push this? Anyway, so that's it, okay? That's URC, PXP. Okay, PXP is currently giving us some bearish sentiment, but the day's market is green. Let us see if we use a Fibonacci retracement. How does this look like? Okay, so in a Fibonacci retracement, so what we did here is we found the lowest point, and then we plotted the first point there and then dragged it to the highest point here. And so far, this in our Fibonacci retracement, it is respecting the first possible area of bounce, which is around the 6.57 area. So if we will have another green candlestick tomorrow, then chances are it has to first cross this nearest resistance that we have. But if there's a breakdown in the price, next possible drop would be around 5.99. But I think, seeing the green candlestick right now, there could also be a possible, um, stabilization first or consolidation in this level before it moves higher. Because so far, look at that, we have declined um, big time here. So it could also mean that we are starting to push the price higher. There will just be some days when people will be starting to take profit, and you will see a setup that looks like this today. People are just technically taking profit and then stabilizing at a certain point, which is currently at a higher low. So maybe when it bounces, it will create a higher high this time. Okay, so far I feel that this could already mean a possible bounce respecting the 6.57 area as a support. Next is nickel. Nickel here is right now is struggling to break the MA20 line. This is currently our resistance 1.84. So the condition here is if we manage to break out of that level, then we will potentially face a brand new wave or probably follow this path. So something like this. Okay, so it will go higher and then drop again and then move some more, creating a higher high and a higher low. So that's the next course of action if 1.84 is going to be surpassed, which is currently acting as our resistance. AC, AC, interesting. Well, you have a next date, June 25th. This is already done. Um, I would say be extra careful because we're now on the third day moving below the MA20 line. And that could also mean some more declines. Nothing bad about the company because this company is very stable. People are just taking profit, and we might experience some correction or retracement in the coming days. And I'd like you guys to just closely monitor how the market would be acting or performing once 500 or 714 is reached or revisited. Because overall, my outlook here is that there will be a possible correction. And this is the first support that I see, and it might revisit that level. Previous support, previous resistance. If we manage to break out of that, it could revisit that level and establish a support in that area. ACEPH. Oh, this is really good. I like the volume here. This is a 6.28 increase in the price. Know that this kind of movement in the Philippine market is already considered a big jump in the price in just the span of one day. And also, there's a resistance here and here. So, just in any case, some people will take profit. Let's use, because we're already above the MA20 line, there is, just in case market gives you a chance at 2.27. Use that as a possible entry price there, just in case people will take profit. Look at this. This used to be a support. Of course, this is your MA20, and if we're moving higher than that, then MA20 could be your support. Used to be a resistance here. So those are your significant areas. So take note, if let us say the price starts higher than 2.38, then you have a breakout play. But if there's a red candlestick or within the day there's a fluctuation and it revisits 2.27, I'd say that's already a good time to try out and add um, volume, start accumulating volume. COSCO. COSCO also had a good bounce today. So this is a bounce, okay, with a good volume right here. I'd say we might, let's use this now. So instead of plotting it here as a support, since we already crossed that path over here, we're actually starting to trigger the MA20 line. So we might have some more movements going up here. I don't even know, maybe tomorrow could be a gap up because normally when we have a full green candlestick, right, there's not even a wick here. Normally it is really a bullish sentiment, and there could be another green day tomorrow. We don't know if it's going to be a gap up, but if it is not a gap up, just in case some people will take profit, still I'm plotting it at the 5.19 level. So if you feel positive with the bullish move of COSCO, anywhere between 5.44 and 5.19 is an okay price to enter. 3.6 foreign buying, 3.67 million foreign buying is already a promising start there with the volume. So this movement is backed up by volume. So that means the chances of it sustaining the upward movement is higher. So that's COSCO. PNB. PNB also had a green engulfing candlestick today. So this is a promising setup. I feel that we will have some more movements going up, but still I'm plotting it at a 20 level for our support because of the fact that some people might take profit, and overall we might see something like this again. Okay, green engulfing candlestick, and then another green candlestick. So I feel positive tomorrow we might have another green candlestick. SM. SM, look at this. We are moving below the MA20 line, and I think that we might have some more declines by tomorrow. People are taking profit, so it might drop and challenge your previous resistance. Hopefully, we create a support right there. Okay, the reason why we always would look for the previous support or resistance, because normally those areas are revisited. Your previous resistance, if you break out of that and you revisit that, that now becomes your support, and sometimes it stabilizes there and then pushes the price higher again. However, sometimes if the sentiment is really bearish, your new support now might even break. In the meantime, because we're doing this daily anyway, my next projection is just for us to monitor your previous resistance, as it might create a brand new support in that level. SMPH. Look at this. We're starting to really trigger that MA20 line. So hopefully, there's a chance that if we start the price higher than 32, 35 tomorrow, we will have some more bullish moves. I'm plotting 33.89 as our, or 33.98 as our next resistance area, because I see this and I feel positive that we will be breaking above the MA20 line, because already part of the body in today's candlestick is already triggering that. So there's a high chance that we are going to push the price higher. AEV. Where could it be? This could be your next resistance. Yeah, your MA20 line, guys, could act as your next resistance. Reason being is we saw this. This used to be a resistance, and used to be a support, and therefore if you push the price higher, it might challenge this. But I'm not saying you exit right away. What I normally suggest here is that once we reach a resistance level and then you see a red candlestick coming out, then that could already mean a sign of weakness, and a retracement might happen next. ICT. We're still in the stabilization phase. I'd like us to use this as our Darvas box right now. We can, if you want, you can do range trading at the moment. Use 97.72 as your entry, and then once it breaks below that, then just make sure to cut your loss early. Um, that is if you're just merely trading it. Okay. For long-term investors, you have some more uh, potential to, you have a potential to reach a much higher state here, but we don't really know how long it takes to reach the previous resistance areas here. So right now, talking about being conservative in our actions, um, maybe you can just do range trading for now. At least you have locked in some profit. If it breaks below your support area, just make sure to cut your loss early. SMC, this one we have a position. All right, this is a very good candlestick today. I feel that we are going to have some more bullish actions in tomorrow's performance. The next area it will challenge would be, let's do this first before we even go here. Okay, this is the next resistance area. And I know, I hope you already are able to spot support and resistance, guys. Okay, so I'm plotting it here. You see this? Each time the price level it gets hit, there's a rejection that's happening, and therefore if I'm to compare it, it's like a ceiling. That whenever, let's say, a ball hits the ceiling, there's a rejection that's happening. It bounces downwards. In the same manner, this becomes your floor, that when a ball hits the floor, it bounces up. So that's what is happening right now. In today's performance, the ball bounced at the 100 level, and then it managed to uh, push the price higher at 2.40. And nice, July 10th, X date. So I think this will also somehow influence the movement. We might have some more bullish actions in the coming days. And Cebu Pacific, still doing sideways. Volume is not that much yet, so I still feel that this will still continue to move in this range. Just be extra careful if you want to get in, and then we experience a breakdown in price, just cut your loss early. But I feel that if it will drop, this is the next stop, your previous low here. MRSGI. Okay. Huh. We can do an asymmetrical triangle here. Okay, that one. And then you do this. Okay, so it could be a make or break day, but overall we're very near a support area right here. If we break that, or if there's a breakdown in the price, then that means you will have some more declines there. However, if you manage to bounce, let's use this, just use this, guys, as your support. So if you manage to bounce there, then for instance, it breaks out of this resistance that we created, then you have a possible breakout later. Especially when you are already above the MA20 line, we might have some more positive actions in the coming days. But overall, you have to be extra careful because between the two, you're nearer the support. So we really have to wait for that green engulfing candlestick to confirm a bounce. Maxis. As for Maxis, still doing sideways, not much of an action as of the moment. We're doing, if you want, range trading can be done here. This being a support, this being a resistance. And you're very near a support right now. So if you want, you can wait for a green, slightly higher than the 5.45, then enter. I think tomorrow, if you want to enter here, let the whole day do its course of action, and then enter in your end of day. That way you already have a clear picture of where the sentiment is. So if you see a green, that's when you enter. But if you see a breakdown in the 5.45 area, then that would simply mean you have to avoid this stuff. BDO, another. Okay, BDO is just well, this could be a make or break day tomorrow. This is a doji, but there used to be a support here, and this could also mean a possible resistance. But if we manage to cross that path, 98.27 area, then we might see some more positive movements in the coming days. Okay. DMCI. IDMC. DMC is okay, still at the support area. Let's use this. It's showing us a slight uptrend there, right? But let's extend that. So use this as your support area, but if it breaks lower than that and starts to trigger the lower Bollinger Band, and we already discussed this, if it triggers the lower Bollinger Band, then you might have some more price breakdown. If it does that, of course, it has to first challenge this level, your previous support. And after that, if it drops some more, then the next possible stop could be this, your previous bottom there. Okay. So again, use this slightly ascending line as your support level. If it breaks that, watch what happens at the 391. If you see a bounce there, then you can try it out. Overall, this is still very, very cheap. Okay. If you are to look at it, there's a slight sentiment moving higher, but overall, we are still at the consolidation phase in this stock. SMC. Oh, did I talk about that? Yeah, I already did. SMC. VITA. VITA? Okay, VITA looks like it is still respecting your MA20 line. So let's use your MA20 as your support. Slightly higher than the MA20, in fact. This used to be your resistance, as you can see here. There you have it. I think this area is being respected at the moment. If you see it bouncing at that level, then good. Overall, for VITA, you are still very, very cheap. There, if you want to stay here for long term, this is already a good area. Again, guys, just a reminder, take a look at the financial health of the company, considering that we are in a recession right now. We don't really know how they're managing their finances. Um, if you're not aware, there are so many stable companies in the U.S. right now that have already filed bankruptcy. So I hope that doesn't happen here in our stocks in the companies we are investing in. But then again, we have visibility in these numbers if we just go to PSE Edge. So I previously shared a post from CNN or Yahoo, I can't remember. Um, there are so many companies there, but today I read in my Facebook wall, I was surprised. Um, Victoria's Secret, Hermes, and then a few others. There are a few other companies that have been mentioned there that filed bankruptcy. So it's a sad news for today. Okay, RCI. Oh no, what is happening here? Okay, so look at this. RCI on your RSI, it's giving us a bullish divergence. But let me see. Oh, no. That's not the one. Okay, so I think that's irrelevant. One thing I have to say is, so let me remove this first. Um, there might be a possibility that it could revisit this level 1.30. This is a heavy sell-off. Okay, guys, so just be extra careful. If there's an option for you to find a different stock for now, go ahead and find a different stock. Um, Notice when we managed to move higher, it created a much lower high compared to this. So this definitely is a very straightforward downtrend in performance. So there might even be a possibility that it could reach the 1.30 level. Okay. What about EAI? EEI is currently doing just sideways. It looks like it is still respecting this level, and we're actually much higher than this price area because we managed to bounce in today's performance. So we don't know if it will continue to move higher or it will first stabilize here. But I feel that it might continue to move higher now because we have been stabilizing in this price level for the past how many days? More than a week, in fact. Right? So just use 5 peso level or 5.01 level as your support area. Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is your request. And thank you for watching the video. If you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe, hit the notification bell, and drop your comments if you have if you want to request a stock to be reviewed. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Bye bye for now.